Okay, so we're going to add one more layer. We're going back to the original track we were developing. We first started off with C major just to keep it simple, then we switched it over to C minor, and then we switched it over to F minor pentatonic scale. And then from there we added a GarageBand loop, a small little variation of loops in one on GarageBand, and then we added it to Logic Pro X. So we're going to just listen to, I'm going to actually remove the the GarageBand loop, because I think it was just more of an experiment to see what we could do and then transfer all that stuff. And then we're going to listen to that. And then the next one that we're going to work on, we're going to do in GarageBand on the desktop. So we're going to go through, I'm going to walk people through the process of GarageBand once we're done with kind of getting a general idea for this, just to hear possibilities of what you can do with Logic, and then we're switching back to GarageBand. So let's start with this. Don't forget, let's go back into C major. Always start with your scales. C minor, F major, F pentatonic. Okay, so we're going to work on the F pentatonic in this one, okay? We're going to add one more layer on the keyboard. There's a melody there that could be sung, which was the first thing that we worked on. It can be advanced into a longer song. Right now I'm putting it on a loop, and we're not going to go through this keyboard. We're going through the other one. I've added a few more things. Well, I've moved some stuff around. Right? F minor pentatonic. Maybe here. Say for instance you're doing like a live show and you just need, I've done it before, I've used backtracks before, and you're like the solo artist, so all you would really need is create a backtrack, and then you can play on top of your backtrack with the actual piece. So I'm thinking of this maybe as like a little bridge somewhere. I'm not sure, I'm still thinking about it. Maybe here. And then, yeah, I like that. So you don't have to play the whole thing throughout. There are parts where you can add layers. So this might be that extra tiny layer where it comes in with those spaces. Here, again. Okay, and then it starts over again. Yeah, so sometimes parts that you're creating for a track don't necessarily need to be throughout the whole thing. You have to kind of listen to the piece to see perhaps where it fits. You're trying to connect pieces together to fill up the sound. I'm not going to record it on the computer today. I'm just playing it on the piano. This keyboard is not connected to the computer. This is my portable one that'll move around. Yeah. I'm going to hear it again. I'm going to just play it one more time. Here. Yeah, I like that. Again. Maybe at the end. Okay, so that's generally the idea of a composition. If you were to, for instance, play that piece and then all of a sudden you forgot you were in F flat minor and you played it in C, it just would not make sense. This is why it's so necessary to understand where your key signature is and why it's important to understand the scales, whether it's in solfege or whether it's in the Western alphabet, which is like the ABC, or do, re, mi, which is the solfege. And I really emphasize, like, if you're going to compose pieces, and I know a lot of people out there already know this stuff, but for those who don't know this stuff and for those who are still starting off in music, I highly emphasize understanding what the scales are and the meanings and all that stuff. And if you need help, reach out to me. I have been teaching for many, many years. I've just started on Fiverr because I've switched over to online versus in person. I teach 1 or 2 people in person. I have my own private business, which is called Nomadics LLC, so I could do it through there. But yeah, and then my costs are very, very specific. So please like and subscribe. And I will, we're going to develop, okay, now we're going to put this aside. This one was on Logic. We're going to put this one aside. And the next one we start working on is going to be on GarageBand. We're going to start from scratch all over again. And I'm going to walk everybody through how to do it on GarageBand. GarageBand and Logic Pro X are extremely similar. GarageBand, obviously, as we know, is the free version of Logic Pro X, which is totally fine. I mean, starting off I started off on GarageBand and another software back in 1998, as I've mentioned before, in Japan. The original software for music was called Music back in 1960-something. I think I discussed a little bit about that on one of the other videos that I had done probably at the very beginning of the channel, when I just started the channel about 2 months ago. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey. And yeah, follow, like, and subscribe, and we will go on this venture together and hope to see you guys in the next one.